Why is school violence not prioritized in our educational system?
I feel like it's because they think we're safe in school and they think that we have a good safety escape thing, but like most of the times we don't, and students don't feel as safe as they should.
I think people don't see that it's like it's not that important
Right.
in the school system, and I think like some people like are scared of it, and like they don't take the right precautions to like address the issue, and that's why it's happening every day. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's not prioritized because they think a lot of it doesn't happen, or they just feel like it's not that big of a deal.
I think that school violence isn't prioritized just because there isn't very much school violence that occurs at Mount Hebron. We do have occasional fights, but for the most part, we are like a very inclusive school and we're all very unified. So just school violence doesn't usually occur here.
That's a good question. I think there are probably a lot of reasons why it's not. I have a feeling that because there's so much emphasis on academics, on student mental health, as there should be emphasis on that I think sometimes initiatives to combat school violence sometimes go by the wayside, even though they definitely shouldn't go by the wayside.
Why do you think violence in school is increasing over the years?
Probably because of gun laws and students have access to guns from their parents or other things they shouldn't have access to.
Like I said, they're not taking the right precautions. They're not. Security is not enough. What else? Students are just coming in. You're just coming in with whatever. Like I can walk in school right now, all right, and you would not know what's in my bag. Do you know what's in my bag? Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Security is needed. They need an upgrade on that. So.
I feel like it's increased because a lot of people don't know how to handle themselves. They don't have like outlets and sources they can go to like handle their anger and issues like they have going on.
Today's society, we are very discriminatory against like certain races, and we're very cliquey when it comes to who we hang out with. So I think that people are very just comfortable with the people that they are around, and so having others come in that are of a different race or ethnicity kind of messes with their flow of things.
I mean, I certainly think that, the pandemic and a lot of, lingering mental, emotional effects of the pandemic probably play into it. I think there needs to be more of an initiative to take on mental health. I think when students exhibit behaviors that are threatening or violent or concerning, I think the answer should not be, well, it's just, they have trouble kind of dealing with their emotions. I think the answer should be, we need to help this student and we need to take action now.
What is the most traumatic event that has occurred at school that you've experienced or heard about?
Something that's occurred at school is in a hurricane or a tornado watch, and then something that I've heard about is obviously school shootings, and then one recently in Michigan.
It's not at this school, but it's at like different schools. Like last time I was checking on Instagram, and there was like several school shootings. I think it was like a white boy. I don't even know his name. I'm sorry for saying white boy, but I'm just gonna say that right now. So I think it was a white boy. He shot like multiple students. All right, and that's the most traumatic thing that I actually read and seen on Instagram.
Somebody got into a fight because they took something out of the vending machine that didn't belong to them.
So we had an event a couple of years ago regarding bullying of one of our special education students. There was online bullying, and they just made him very alienized and just said some horrific things online about this special education student.
Do you feel the way the events were taken care of could have been done differently? Why or why not?
Yeah, I feel like if the school took the event more seriously, or an event more seriously, it would have came a better outcome, and it would have prevented something from happening that shouldn't have happened.
Of course, I think if we had a more serious tactic on how we can deal with people just coming to schools and what they have with them. I think if we search bags, and if we talk to more students, especially bullying, you know, some kids do this because, you know, they're tired of getting bullied and all that. And I think if we have more counselors and more, you know, mentors or something like that, I think it will decrease.
I feel like they could have had a situation where they could have talked to both of them and their parents and like figured out what was going on, if there was anything at home that was like causing him to be that angry and fight him like that.
What are 3 words you would use to describe school violence?
I would say brutal, scary, and unnecessary.
The brutality mentality and self-unawareness.
Traumatic, violent, and sometimes it can get scary.
Horrific, inappropriate, and degrading.
Terrifying, unsettling, and urgent.